Hey YouTube, what is going on out there, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Anonymous Prepper. Welcome back to my channel, and I decided to do a bit of a part 2 to my last video about building a bug out bag on a very tight budget, per se. And I mean like bare bones here. Because, I've seen a lot of prepping channels, a lot more people are more advanced than, say myself and many others who don't have a lot of money. So, we have to build from somewhere. And this video, short and sweet, but gives you an idea of some things you could add to your bag. And this is for, the bare bones, where you're starting off to have all your essentials for a bug out bag, and now getting to food. Things you can carry, things you could have that'll help you, set up for, say, 5 to 7 days, roughly. Using some of these items here as examples, of course. That way, with your bug out bag, if you're just starting out and you're new to doing the whole prepping situation, if there's, say, an emergency for a few days you have to leave, this will help keep you going, so that way you can get by until you can go back home. This isn't long term, remember. Long term, I may do a video down the road about that, depending on how this video does, but I figure, because it's been a couple of years since I did my last one before my other channel got deleted, I would go back and, figure, go over some things really quick. Now, with food, big things you have to worry about, of course, are weight. Also, for me personally, it's calories. You want as much calories as you can carry that's not going to really weigh you down. So the first thing I wanted to go over is over here on my stove, actually. Jam preserves. Right now I'm making a batch of homemade jam and preserves. Just finished cooking it. Still got to blend it up, and then it's going to be, of course, jarred. But first, people might say, oh, that's a lot of sugar and that's sweet. If it's an emergency and you need something to eat, as long as you're not diabetic, of course, this is a good option, because throw a jar of this in your pack. It's going to give you a good bit of calories. It's multi-versatile for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You could also use it, per se, for, oatmeal, which, I don't have any of that at the moment. I have to get some more. But you can use it for your oatmeal. You can use it for your toast. You can use it for a dessert. There's a variety of options. Or even just as a simple snack. Some crackers, jam, and peanut butter. Getting to the next item over here. A simple jar of peanut butter. And of course, actually, let me go to the back here. Get the focus. 13 servings. 200 calories. You can do the math there. That's what, about 2,000 calories. And, a little over 2,000 calories. But figure the average person needs about, say, 2,000 calories a day. You're not going to eat a whole jar of peanut butter in a day, but you take some of this as a snack, or some, peanut butter toast for breakfast, or just, whatever you're going to take with you, depending on your diet, of course. This is just my personal preference. Use this with the jam. That's going to be about 500-600 calories. Then you feed it with crackers, 700. It depends on what you're using it for, though, of course. And then, of course, yes, your crackers. And yes, I have the vacuum sealed ones. Everybody's seen these, and your MREs and all that jazz. Another good item we have right here. High protein cereal bar. As you can see, it's not very thick either. It's thin. Which, getting back to weight, you need something lighter. Pack a few of these over a couple of days. You could have them to, interchange with, something else. Handy little item. Also, besides peanut butter, if you don't want to carry a jar, you have, options to get pouches like this one. This one's sunflower butter. As you can see, one pouch, 230 calories. This thing is super thin. It weighs practically nothing. You can pack, say, 5 of these over 5 days and have, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or use it for something else for a lunch over 5 days. Or, if you want to pack 7, depending on your preference, that's what it comes down to. And I know people are going to say, oh, that's a lot of sugar. That's a lot of sugar. If it's an emergency, the key is you want to keep yourself fed. It's not worrying about all of your essentials, this and that, fats, carbs, I'm not going to go through a whole breakdown of it. You get my drift. This is designed to help you hold off for 5 to 7 days, because If you have nowhere to go, like in my position, this is why I'm doing this. My focus is having calories to get through about a week. And you pack so many a day, depending on your breakdown. These are just examples, as I said before. Now, you need morale boosts. Pack a few candy bars. Pick your personal favorite. Now, these ones here, these are a generic Twix, Great Value brand. They're about $3 or maybe a little bit less. I have to double check. But you get 6 of these. You buy a pack of these of 6. Take them with you. You have one each day for a snack. If things are really tough and you need to feel a little bit better, you need a little bit of a sweet tooth balance, that's a good way to go. Another one. The good old fruit and grain bars. These ones, very light. You buy a box of them for about $2, maybe $2.50, depending on where you live. You could pack a box of these too, if you don't want to go with chocolate. Then, of course, these guys. These are my personal favorite, the Rocky Roads. Carry about 6 of these in a bag to have as an option. Rice Krispie Treats, another option if you want something not too sweet, but it's going to make you feel a little bit better. And, you go from there. And also, now getting to the next couple items here, protein. Now, many people think, I'm going to pack soups and whatnot. You want to think about weight, which is why I like these. As you can see, they're pouches. Great items. You have options. You have chicken, you have tuna. You have to pick your preference. Some people will say, I don't want to live off of tuna and chicken for a week. If it's an emergency and you're hungry, you're going to eat it. And then, you have to survive. That's the plan. You're not going to be worried about luxuries. Except there is one, I will say. You see over here, I got a bunch of spices. Don't mind my kitchen, I need to clean in here. That's another big one. You want to pack a little kit of spices. A little kit of spices of, salt, pepper, chili powder, garlic powder. Or you could buy little spice kits. You want to have at least 6 spices in your kit. Not carry all these giant containers over here, but enough that you could season your food for a few days, because that's going to help a lot too. A next item. Now this one's out of a French MRE. But they have, American versions of this stuff too. Is powdered soup. This thing weighs practically nothing. And with this, what is nice is you could carry about 7 of these. They're, like I said, they weigh practically nothing, to have as a soup option. If you want to eat, just something to coat your stomach, this is a great thing too. Carry 5 to 7 of these, and you go from there to have as an option to carry in your bag. And you gotta cover your protein, something sweet, and then long-term calories, like I like the peanut butter and the jam, as I was saying. The next thing is carbs. Now this one has to do with also oatmeal too. I don't have oatmeal, like I said, but you want to go with a bag or 2 of this, rice, maybe 3, depending on what you can find. Now, I like this because it's quick. So I'd carry probably about 3 of these. Or a pound of, instant rice, quick rice, or if you have to, you can buy just, cheap basic rice. You have to hydrate it if you needed to. But, you want to have something you can stretch for a few days. Rice and oatmeal is a great option too. And of course now, if you're going to be, staying somewhere else in an emergency, if you don't have options, like if you have to, hypothetically camp out in the woods, or you have to find a place to post up for a little bit till things, get back to normal, you want to have your coffee. This is a good option. It's a small little box. You can take the packets out of the box to save some space. A whole week's worth. But me personally, because I like coffee, I'd buy 2 of these. I'd have 14, so I could have 2 in the morning each day to hold me over. Also, you want to have, for drinks, something like this. These drink pouches. We all know these. They make how many different kinds. Walmart has them. Dollar Tree. I can go on and on about this. But you want to carry enough of these for a week too. And like I said, you could take these out of the boxes and just put them all together and have a drink kit. And then also you want to have, for in the evenings, some tea. Once again, you can take these out of the box to save on some space. I figured I'd cover this a little bit to let you guys, know some things you could take with you to put in your emergency bag. And this is, for people who can barely afford as well. You could buy cheaper tea. You don't have to buy this brand, of course. Or, cheap 90-minute rice, or just a cheap bag of rice. Same with powdered soup. They make really cheap ones of these. Also, I wanted to remember to cover this too. Sugar. Get some sugar packs. That way you can sweeten your coffee. They also make, creamer packs too. If you want a personal preference of creamer, you could add that to it too. Just, this is where you have to improvise. If you're on a very, very tight budget, you have to buy the cheapest you can find. If you take the time and look for sales, look for coupons, different things, this will help you out a lot. You can take all of these items, find cheaper versions if you need to, and these are fairly cheap if you know where to look. Find cheaper items, and you can build a week's worth of food to carry with you on the go. Just wanted to do this because, it's been a long time since I made a video like this. I may do one on my bug out bag here as well, and, long-term survival I have to see. Right now my focus is, rebuilding this channel. My time is limited though too, so I have to work with what I got. So you have to bear with me. There's many days I'm super tired. So if I'm stuttering my words or I'm gibbering a little bit, don't mind me. It's tough working graveyard shift in my house. Let me tell you. But yeah. Until next time, guys, I will catch you later. I am the Anonymous Prepper, and I'm out.